Hello everybody and welcome to Blue Goose Garage. I've put this off long enough. It's got to get done. I want to go over the entire hood with the DA. That side where I'd already worked that has 40 grit scratches showing. This side does too, and I think you might be able to see them a little bit. After I get it all sanded, there's a spot back there. I don't know if you can see it with it dirty, but from about there to there it's low, so you see the shadow. So I got to work that again. It's an original hood, but it had rust. I had to cut out and replace sections, and doing that caused a lot of aggravation because this hood was actually straight. It just had rust. If I had it to do over, I probably would have just ground it and fiberglassed it, but I didn't know what I know now. You learn. So, done something. I'll show you this more. As you can see from the pictures, I sanded the hood and found a few low spots. I'm not expecting to get that perfect. Just trying to get it closer. It's primered with about 5-6 coats on it. I think it'll be alright. Alright, it's the next day. The hood's drying. I'm going to give that another day before I sand on that anymore. So I went ahead and did a little bit of painting. And that rocker, I went up a little bit on the quarter to try to help me check what that's looking like. And to me, it's acceptable. I want to say this. I'm painting this car with all the moldings and rocker stuff on it and all that because, like I said in a previous video, that's the way this car would have been painted back in the day. It wouldn't have been taken apart. The stuff would have been painted and was painted with it on the car. I'm doing this. The purpose of this project of this car really is a day two car to a certain extent. It's not stock. It's not numbers matching. And I want certain things on this to be the way I know this stuff was painted. Rocker moldings and wheel well trim and window trim and stuff. All that would have had some paint on it. And did have paint on it. Because this car was painted by Dad in 1974. So I have a vision. And a vision is a decent car, but it's not a perfect car. I want it to be a good grandstand car. And what that means is from 20 foot, it's fine. And to be a grandstand car, I guess that would also mean from 20 foot at 100 mile an hour. It's going to look fine. It may not be all that nice up close, but it don't have to be. That's not what I want. I want something that I can park it in a parking lot and go inside to eat and come back out. And while it would be aggravating, a door dent or a buggy scratch or something, somebody hitting it, yeah, that would aggravate me, but it's not going to be the end of the world like a show car would be. It's a street car. It's a driver. It doesn't have to be any better than how they actually were back in the 70s, and these cars were beat up back then in the 80s and stuff. They were beat up cars. They were driven. They had dents. They had rock dents. They had scrapes. About half of them ended up with a guardrail strap. They were not perfect cars. They were just a normal car. Me being concerned and making this car perfect, you know, the best anybody could do, which isn't going to happen, but the best anybody could do would be like going out here and painting a PT Cruiser. You're not going to do that. You're going to try to get it respectable, and that's just what I'm doing here. It's not got to be perfect, and it's not excuses. I'm actually planning on driving this car, so you know as well as I do, shit like that's going to happen again. That was a Jeep door edge. I was sitting in the car, and the wind caught it and it hit the fender. That's going to happen with or without nice paint. The paint's not going to be perfect. The bodywork doesn't have to be perfect. I'm trying to get it as good as I can, but you have to draw that line. I've had people mention to me I need new trim, new bumpers, and all this stuff. And doing that would make the car look bad. And making the car perfect would make the trim look bad. Everything's on the same level. It's not a new car. It's about a 20-year-old car. That's what I'm going for. Maybe that explains something. Hopefully it does. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again next time.